Oh my god, it's just a bunch of. Hello, welcome back to Ruben Uncut in a very manly episode. That's right, because today I'm taking a quiz to determine what kind of man I am. So you know what? I'll just say this up front. I don't take internet quizzes very seriously, and this includes political compass tests or political quizzes of any kind. I don't expect this to be political, not intentionally, anyways. But I'm here. I worked out today. Got my protein shake in a pickle jar. It's called being resourceful. Today I'm taking the "What kind of man are you?" quiz. I'm hoping it's not super long because I plan on this being a short, fun one. But I haven't taken the quiz yet, so I don't know how long it actually is. Let's just get right into it. All right, we got ourselves some what I would guess are possibly computer generated images of men in suits. What type of man are you? Uh, Apparently, there's a difference between these three gentlemen in terms of their type of man. They all look like the same guy. So, but let's find out. All right, here. What does it say? What does it got to say to me? What type of man are you? A very existential question, and one that doesn't really have a definitive answer. The way you choose to live your life and the sorts of things that matter to you can reveal a lot about who you are as a man. Take out, take out our what type of take our what type of man are you quiz to try and shine a spotlight on the kind of guy you are. Best of luck. We hope you're happy with the results. I think quizzes are bullshit, which means I'm probably an Omega. Unless they've changed the definition of Omega, because last I checked, the definition for Omega and Sigma, they seem like they used to be almost the same. Let's get into it, though. If your friend gets in trouble in a bar, would you step in as a personal bouncer? And they got a picture of The Rock and Chris Hart here. Kevin Hart. From the movie Central Intelligence, which apparently they stole the image from 2TV. No, I'm trouble averse. I'd crack some jokes to lighten the mood. I'd throw some punches. I'd diffuse the situation with my charisma. Okay, all right. So, just so you know, there are right and wrong answers to this. This one's a little bit tricky because this one has to do with escalation. Okay, so like your friend's is having a fight in a bar. Is about to have a fight in a bar. Has the fight started yet? No. Well, then obviously you'd want to either try and crack some jokes to lighten the mood or diffuse the situation with your charisma. Is it already a fight? Well, if you think you can diffuse it once at that point, absolutely do that. If it's already a fight, might be time to start throwing punches and getting out of there. The question is very vague, though. So I will assume we have not reached violence. I don't consider myself particularly charismatic, but I am good at diffusing problems. Okay, a group of men at a local bar or watering hole will mostly be looking to have a fun time having a few drinks together. However, there's always the off chance that you might get some trouble from other men. While some men will look to avoid trouble at all times, which honestly you should, why do you need trouble? Others will want to step in and help their friends, which are you. So but there is a difference between trying to stay out of trouble and turning your back on a friend. I don't know. I don't understand what. This is almost like they asked the question before they gave you the answer. This is not well constructed. I don't this. Didn't tell me anything. Okay. How often do you swear? Oh man, what are we even measuring now? Never. When I'm telling a story, all the time. When appropriate, all the time. All the fucking time. That's not true. I know the difference between no, they don't let you change it. I'm still going with all the time. But I know not to swear in church and stuff, you know. Swearing is something that can happen naturally, and sometimes you don't even mean to do it. Swearing, when appropriate, can help you channel your anger, helping you to actually express how you feel. True. A lot of guys find swearing very fucking therapeutic, although they get it censored here, whilst others feel it illustrates a lack of control and disregard for those around them. It can be. However, those people are pussies. I mean, the people around you are pussies. To some, it's a symbol of emotional connection, but it also can come across as just plain aggressive, which is fair. I understand all of these different arguments, but I do swear all the fucking time. These questions are kind of black and white, even though they're. Which of these would you say is your favorite smell? Oh, I don't like where this is going. I also don't like that he's holding perfume and Vaseline. Does Vaseline have a smell? Cologne, freshly cut grass, beer, and my farts. Is it who? I wish they had percentages by these so I could know how many people are putting their farts. I actually don't think any of these smell particularly good. Go with fresh cut grass. Smell is one of the most pertinent and underrated senses. It's also the most annoying and can trigger memories and feelings in a lot of different ways. Whether it's the smell of beer, your own bodily gases, you. See, they're telling us the wrong answer right there. Freshly cut grass or cologne. Cologne smell. Most cologne is just trash. It just smells terrible. The smells that most appeal to you will typically determine what you are like as a man. Whether you think you're a macho or a little bit effeminate, your favorite scent reveals all. Which of these is the effeminate smell? Which of these do they think is the effeminate smell? By the way, the smell of fresh cut grass is actually grass telling you it's in pain. It's very metal. So none of these are effeminate. How do you handle stress? Not well, let me tell you. Oh, they got a sad guy on a bench. It's just part of the job. I yell at people. I try to make a joke out of it. I find it overwhelming sometimes. See, like, this is the thing, is that, like, these are not inherently, like, either or questions. Like, you could easily be two of these things at once. Try to make a joke out of it, but it's just part of the job. I find it overwhelming sometimes, but it's part of the job. I find it overwhelming sometimes, and I yell at people. I find it overwhelming sometimes, and I'd make a joke out of it. Like, I'll yell at people, but it's just part of the job. Like, this is stupid. It's stupid. I do find I'm autistic, so I find stress very overwhelming. Whether it's, but I do make jokes out of it. Like, this is the problem. It's that, like, I could have answered like 3 of those things. I try not to yell at people, but sometimes I yell at myself, and people interpret that as me yelling at them. Whether it's trying to push through a multi-million-dollar deal. Oh yeah, that's typical male behavior. All of us men, we get the opportunity to push through $1 million deals. What the? If you're a multimillionaire and you're taking this fucking test, you probably don't deserve to be a multimillionaire. You should already know what you're doing. Having your partner nagging you or watching the Jets, stress comes in many different forms. It is important to look at how to deal with stress in a positive way, as well as options for stress relief. Maybe just stop watching the Jets. Fair. I don't watch any sports. It makes my life really easy. It's not cool to be stressed out, man. It's just one of those unavoidable parts of life. Are you a style icon? What? Who writes these? So, just so you know, like, there have been distinctive periods of time where we've gone through various points in history where style was considered very effeminate. I'm an everything icon. What? I wear what all the cool kids are wearing. I don't really care. Not at all. I'm just gonna put I don't really care. I have my own personal sense of drip or whatever, as the kids say nowadays, but I have gone most of my life now giving a shit about fashion. No offense to those that care. The way you dress can say a lot about you and how you come across, and one thing is certain: men who dress poorly stand out, and not in a good way. Nobody expects you to be parading on a catwalk striking a pose. That being said, though, being well dressed and looking good is a key part of presenting yourself well to others around you. God, that's the Matrix, people. That's the Matrix. If you're dressing to impress other people, congratulations, you're in the Matrix. The only way to escape the Matrix is not give a shit about anything. You play fantasy football. Oh my God. I hate this. I hate everything about this. I live for it. I have a league. I dabble. No. Fuck you, no. I don't give it any. It would force me to pay attention to football, and I'm not fucking doing that. Oh my God. I have things to do. Fantasy football ranks amongst the most fun and enjoyable pastime for a lot of men across the nation. Trying to assemble your perfect roster and compete against your friends can be a fun and thrilling process for sports nerds, almost up there with the real thing. Your views on fantasy football will somewhat align with the kind of man you are, whether you're a competitive champ or an unbothered king. I guess does that mean I'm an unbothered king? Look, I got to be real with you fantasy sports people, but like the key word is fantasy. Okay? You are nerds. You are nerds. You are choosing to actively engage in a masturbatory like version of Dungeons and Dragons where you don't have to do or understand anything. Nerds. You're just sports nerds. Why aren't you playing sports? Go play sports. Stop doing this. Would you consider yourself a high value man? Oh my God. You can just feel the Matrix reaching into your brain, trying to programming it. Oh my God. Is that supposed to be Andrew Tate? Is that supposed to be like an AI's interpretation? I don't know. Credit far from average via YouTube. I might have to look up what that is. Of course, I want to be. Does a high value man like to party? The only real answer is, what does that mean? What scales are we putting our thumbs on to determine who the high value men are? Are we talking money? Are we talking emotional intelligence? Are we talking physical strength? Are we talking like good job? Like what do you think makes someone a high value man? What do you think makes it? Do you think it's something you can give yourself? Oh boy, let's see what it is. The way you view yourself as a man matters. The term high value can mean different things to different guys. Oh my God, it's just a bunch of bullshit. But largely refers to being a successful man who has their shit together. Like this shit. These are not helpful. Like these should come before the questions. You know what I mean? And living a lifestyle that made most guys would want. It has been co-opted by some questionable figures, though, and some now view it as a marker of misogyny. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. This was how I used to think about things when I was like 15. Grow the fuck up. Oh my God. What type of man? Okay, number 8. You have a dreaded case of man flu. What do you do? Now, my answer has actually changed as I've gotten older. I used to not do anything. I just used to go about my day. Which I now realize made me kind of an asshole, as the flu is very transmissible. I lean on my partner, don't have one. I muddle through. That's what I used to do. Man flu, I'm immune. This is why I wish they were percentiles. I want to see who's dumb enough to put that. I get mommy to look after me. I guess I muddle through since I don't do any of those other things. Man flu's a killer. Women can never hope to understand the severity of man flu. Are they suggesting that men actually get the flu worse than women? Like, just so you know, like the concept of man flu was a joke created by the fact that sometimes men, when they get sick, don't like to do anything. And women sort of live their whole lives doing things while sick. How it can rule us out of action. How it can rule us out of action. Unable to do anything. See, but like this, man flu is a joke. The concept of man flu is a joke. Like it was something we used to say to make fun of men. What is happening right now? Many brothers have fallen to the might of the man flu over the years and have taken days or even weeks to recover. Sounds like an immune system problem. How you approach it, though, tells us a lot about what type of guy you are. Can you name your perfect career path? Gross. What? I already do my dream job. I want to be in a band. Starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, a sensible 9-to-5 job. None of these things are true for me. None of these things are true for me. And also, like, can you name your perfect career path? Like, what do they mean by that? Like, what am I supposed to? This is some BuzzFeed bullshit. I'm gonna put I want to be in a band, even though I don't want to be in a band. But it's the closest thing they have. We all know our dream career, whether it's realistic or not. And it might have changed a bit since we were boys. Sure, in the past, we might have wanted to be cowboys, astronauts, rap stars. But as we go older, things change. Having a definitive career path in mind is really important. But just how big are your dreams? What type of car are you choosing? Fucking hate cars. An expensive, fast sports car I can't afford? If you saw it said can't afford and you still clicked on this, you're a fucking dumbass. Something cheap so I can spend more money on fun. Reliable city car, luxury car. The answer is reliable city car. And if you put anything else, you either have too much money or you're dumb. Something cheap so I can spend more money on fun is also vaguely acceptable, but a reliable city car is better. Many people believe that a man's car is an extension of himself, and by that they mean his penis. So it's important that you don't have a worthless, broken down rust bucket. It is important to choose the ultimate car to meet your needs, but also one that looks amazing too. What are we, bitches? You want to have a good looking car. Why? Do you have a vagina? I don't like, I'm not saying have an ugly car, but like, if you think it's important to have like these fancy sports cars or whatever, or that it looks this like aesthetically pleasing, I have to deduct masculinity points from you. I don't make the rules, you know. It's just, when you care about things being pretty, that's a minus of masculinity points. What would your ideal choice of car to enhance your life right now? And what does it say about you? I'm pragmatic, I guess. Utilitarian, maybe. How would you describe your perfect morning? Coming home from an epic rave, up at 5 a.m., mug of coffee, track the markets, waking up next to my partner, hair of the dog. Man, I just like I hate all of these. I guess waking up next to a partner. Be nice if that were a thing. The morning is to start the day, and how you approach it will define the rest of it entirely. Maybe that's why I hate everything. Whether you're having a lion up at the crack of dawn or just rolling in from an epic night of debauchery, the morning is one of the finest times of day. But what is your idea of the perfect morning? I mean, you are making me, if I wasn't as old as I am, I would definitely go to the rave. Oh my God, we're at 12 now. Okay, a bear attacks you and your partner. What do? You die. You die. Take out the trash with, no, you die. Tell your partner to run and sacrifice yourself. Okay, fair. Distract the bear with a dumb dance. Run and hide. I'm going to let you in a secret about bear attacks. You'll die. You'll fucking die. Run and hide. I mean, you're going to die anyways. Might as well die tired. Right, says the bear breaks into your home and starts attacking you, that'd be dumb. And this isn't a reverse Goldilocks. But if you're out hiking, let's say, and the bear attacks, what do? Run and hide, fight, pray, use your superhuman powers. Why is Play Dead not one of these? Why is Play Dead not one of these? The thing they say to do in a bear attack. I swear to God. Who makes these? Which of 13? I swear to God, if there's 100 of these fucking questions, which of these would you rather have? Self-improvement and success, fun every day, a lifetime of happiness, money, money, money. I mean, the answer is self-improvement and success. If you're doing better than you were yesterday, you're doing good. Choosing what you would rather have in your life is really, I don't know if I even want to read their explanations of these things. They're fucking meaningless. What would be your superpower of choice? Of course. Flying, invisibility, healing, time travel. Healing, obviously. I don't know if it's self-healing or healing others, but healing. Whether it's super strength, invisibility, the power of flight, or some superpowers are just elite choices compared to others. You didn't really include that many. Time travel was tempting, but honestly, there's so much room to fuck it up. What would you say is your ideal work environment? Business meeting in Dubai skyscraper. Guys, Dubai is a fucking bullshit city. They don't even have sewers. They have to ship their shit in and out of the city. A nice cool bar, my office, a beach on the Mediterranean. I hate all of these. How would you describe yourself? Oh God. Driven, wacky, reliable, young at heart. I'm semi-reliable. I don't care what these blurbs have to say anymore. I just want to get through these. What's your favorite drink at the bar? They steal all their images from YouTube? What? Single malt, pint of lager, vodka in lemonade, Alcopop. I don't know. Alcopop. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of it. I'll just go a pint of lager. I've had a lager in my life. Also, lager. What is this, a British site? What would you describe as your typical Friday night? I'm probably doing comedy. Closing major deal, all night rave boy, hitting the bar straight from work. And of course, they don't have my typical Friday is I get done with my day job, I go do some improv comedy, and then I go home and smoke weed. And then go to bed because I got to wake up and work on Saturday. So none of these. Absolutely. It says ideal though, right? No, it says typical, which is worse. If it was ideal, I could be like snuggling with a partner on the couch with a movie. But I don't do that. So it's not typical. It would be ideal, but it's not typical. Yeah. So these random things, me. Do you desire to be wealthy? And they got a picture of fucking Elon Musk, the dumbest rich man alive. I want to continue to grow and amass wealth. As long as I'm happy, I don't care. Yes, and I want to splurge on everything. Material things don't matter to me. Yeah, materialism is just the Matrix, bro. Would you cry in front of people? It's not ideal, but sometimes, yeah. No way. Somebody's a fucking pussy, not secure in their masculinity enough to cry. When I've had a rough time, now and again, I do it every week. The answer is, it's been a long time, been a few years since I cried in front of anyone, but I'm going to say that that still counts as now and again. Oh, I do actually want to see what they say about this. Crying and showing emotion are natural parts of human experience. This is something that many men may feel conflicted over. Whilst nobody is suggesting you become a blubbering mess all of the time, being okay with crying in front of people is a core part of what it means to be a man. It's not a sign of weakness, and it's always better to open up. Holy shit, I actually agree. I actually agree with something on this thing. Are you a father? Yes, and it's challenging. Do you give money to the homeless? When I can spare some change. I'm pretty poor myself, so I don't give a lot of money to people. What type of woman do you attract? What type of women do you attract? The loving, stable type, party girls, flaky girls. I don't have time to date. There's like a million other types of girls that are not on this list. Oh, I wish it was the loving, stable type. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to go with flaky girls because they're leaving me on red. Do you detox? What? What are y'all selling on this website? Too busy partying. I never tox in the first place. I detox every week. Detox is for wimps. These are inadequate answers. None of these. I'm none of these. None of these are mine. And you can't even skip the question. Okay. Fuck it. Detox is for wimps. I don't care. Moving along. Also detoxing. Questionable value. Can you describe your ultimate workout of choice? Hit the rowing machine. Like a focus on cardio and a clear mind. I go for a run. I'm all about the weight. Technically, I'm a little bit more balanced than any of these options, but the weight is more accurate. Do you dress well? Why is this a separate question from fashion? I wear what feels comfortable. I always look like $1,000,000. I like sportswear. Of course, I have loads of designer labels. I wear what feels comfortable. I do make specific clothing choices for when I'm going to be on stage, but generally speaking, I'm just interested in comfort. I hope there are only 30 questions. This is taking longer than I thought it would. How would you propose? I've done this. I'd probably do it differently, but I'm very bashful. So, dozen red roses down on the knee at the top of the Rockefeller Center at the club in front of everyone. Proposal, never romantic trip to business. It wasn't like any of these. This was the closest. It was a party, not a club. It didn't work out, which was my fault, just so you know. Do you play chess? Not anymore. Every day. Chess is sad. I play video games. I'm too busy partying. I occasionally play it if time allows. Honestly, chess is sad. I play video games. I don't think of chess as sad, but I can't. I would need to practice chess a lot with like a computer before I could face a human being, because I get very emotionally invested in chess, and I'm an asshole when I play chess. How would you describe your physique? A few extra pounds. I'm jacked, tall, slim, and athletic. I'm a rake. I am none of these. None of these. I am maybe mildly jacked. I mean, I don't know if you count this as jacked. Is this jacked? Am I jacked? I don't know if this is jacked. I don't consider myself jacked. I'm not overweight. Although last time I'm not overweight. I'm definitely not tall, slim, and athletic. I'm not a rake. I'm definitely not a rake. Wait, a rake means super skinny, right? I feel like it means super skinny. I'm going with jacked. I don't feel like it's technically true, but these questions are terrible. Are you a loyal friend? If you're a bro for life. I am loyal, but I'm bad at contacting people. If you at any point I expressed that I cared about you as a bro or girl bro, know that I still care about you deeply. And if you ever needed something, I would probably help you out. How do you view video games? Great way to spend a weekend. I play all the time. They're fun sometimes. Video games are for children. I play them all the time. Why? Because it silences the voices in my head telling me that life is terrible. Temporarily, briefly. Can you grow facial hair? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just be confident. Are you aggressive? When I need to be, sometimes verbally, not usually, never. I wish it had not intentionally. Sometimes verbally I'm aggressive, and I don't mean to be. That is honestly just the autism. That is just my autism, like being like just a thing that happens. Which of these sounds the most appealing place to live? Oh, I bet I hate all of them. Up a mountain in a big city by the ocean, a frozen tundra? What? There's a part of me that would like to say by the ocean, but the reality is that we live in a time period where that is going to quickly become a problem. Up a mountain? No, in a big city. I would actually never, I wouldn't choose any of these. Wouldn't choose a single one of those. What do you say it is important in a movie? In-depth storytelling, explosions, movies that have something to say. Actually, yeah, some movies that have something to say. I need layers, people. I need layers to understand. What is the one thing you would take with you on a desert island? Beers? Oh, dumbasses. Hunting knife, my partner, video games. You would force your partner to suffer being trapped on an island. The answer is a hunting knife. Don't be the other three answers are dumb. If I was stranded on an island, I would just be happy that my significant other wasn't going to die with me on the island. Be considerate, people. What do you think of your spirit animal? Oh, is hippie an option for man? Dog, tiger, eagle, rabbit. I'm gonna go with tiger. No real reason. What is the most important thing to you? Building wealth, looking good, my mental health, having a happy relationship. I don't know if any of these are truly what is most important to me. I would like to have happy relationships. Like, if you can have that, everything else is like whatever. Can you choose your favorite city? No, because all cities suck, and all country and all rural areas suck, and all suburbs suck. No, I would not. New York, Munich, Miami, Rio de Janeiro. Hate them all. Not in it. New York is the coolest out of these. Now I know you're saying, Ruben, Rio de Janeiro should be fun. Yeah, if you want to get robbed. Miami. Look, every time someone from Miami opens their mouth on the internet, it tells me pretty clearly that God is one day going to wipe Miami off the face of the earth for being, well, Miami. And by that I mean Florida. God is going to wipe Florida off the face of the earth. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. This is not a. And let me be clear. I'm not saying that because there are gay people in Miami. The straight people in Miami are the worst. I'm sure gay people in Miami are also terrible, though. I'm sure everyone in Miami is terrible. Don't live in Miami. Do you like to have lots of friends? I do. I want everyone to be my friend. I keep people at distance and have a couple of close friends. I am going through a weird point in my life where I actually don't know where I am on this one anymore. It's true. I do want to be everyone's friend, except for you, Tyler. Except for you. The funny part about that comment is I know a handful of Tylers, and if they ever see this, they might think it's about them. It's about some of them. Did you go to college? Yep. No, I'm a self-made No, but it's fine because I'm going to be a TikTok star for sure. Partied hard. There's no just I have a bachelor's. For sure, I partied hard. Yes, I did. A master's. I don't have a master's. Even though nowadays it sounds like that's what you need. What do you look for in a partner? Beautiful soul, great body, someone who likes to have fun, good morals and values. Someone who likes to have fun. Because I'm not fun, and I need the injection of fun. Do you like to read? I hate all of these answers. I read social media. Yes, it's one of my favorite pastimes. I like to flick through Sports Illustrated. I read every day. I go through periods of not reading a lot to periods of reading a lot. But I'm just going to put yes, it's one of my favorite pastimes because graphic novels count. Oh my God, we're at question 44. I might have to do this in 2 parts to not hate myself. What would be your ideal trip destination of choice? Weekend in Paris, 3 days partying in London, weekend Ibiza? I don't know where that is. Trip to Dubai. Paris smells like urine. I don't know where Ibiza is. Dubai is a bullshit country, a bullshit city. I guess 3 days partying in London is the answer I'm left with. Are you a problem solver? I use social media for help. I'm a problem ignorer. I tackle problems head on with some things. And the answer is with some things. With some things, I'm a problem solver, but I know for a fact there are lots of problems that my brain is actively resisting dealing with. What are your views on money? Money makes things a little easier. A little. I just spend what I have. I wish I had more. Money is an amplifier. Nothing real deep here. I wish I had more money. Do you vote? Who cares? If you put who cares, you just get help. Of course, every election, if I can be bothered. Of course. I feel like of course in every election are practically the same answer. Are you open to learning from others? Of course. Of course. I always like to learn. Only people I agree with. I don't need to learn from others. The answer is of course, because there are two states of being, learning and dying. You're always either learning or you're dying. How do you traverse the city? Not in a stretch limo, I'll tell you that. I walk, I have a personal driver, I cycle, I use public transit. Where's I own a car? Are you fucking kidding me? Where's I own a car? Who wrote this? What do you mean? I walk, I have a personal driver, I cycle, I use public transit. Where's I have a car? Because I have a fucking car. Oh my God. What the fuck? Dumb. Fucking, I walk when I'm out of my car. There. Who? What are these questions? Are you into cigars? Fuck no. I'm sorry. It says yuck no, but I read it as fuck no. I have one occasionally. I sometimes have one between cigarettes. I smoke a cigar every day. Sir, get that shit under control. I have one occasionally. I've hit someone else's cigar a few times, and I don't know if blunts count. I don't have anything specifically against cigars per se, but if you're smoking it every day, dude, what are you doing? Oh, there's over 50 questions, which means this is gonna be a 2-part recording session because I've got other shit to do. You can tell this took me more than one day to film because I'm wearing a different shirt. Number 51, are you a DIY aficionado? No. I wait until my parents go over and they do it. Only if there's something wrong with my electrical wiring. I get my wife to do it. Nope. I just ignore it. I smash it. They're missing an answer here, of course, which is I ignore it until I'm forced to deal with it, at which points I actually deal with it. I guess just ignore it would be the closest one. DIY is a core part of being a homeowner, and it's true. Like this is why actually this explanation is why I kind of object to this like even being a thing, because ultimately, like if you own a home, or live in a home of some kind, you're gonna have to do the thing, regardless of if you're a man or not. There's so many different elements that you have to get right when you want to ace a DIY as a guy. And this is a rite of passage for most men who are looking to keep on top of their homes. I rent. Do you have a good relationship with your parents? Actually, not bad. I'm close to... Of course, I guess. I don't really speak to them, and I'm close to my mother. Well, actually, ironically, I'm close to my mother is actually probably the most reasonable answer here. If you're a viewer of the show, you know me and my father, while I love him, have issues. Blah, 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 blah. Important for the develop, be successful, and this can help boost many aspects of your life moving forward. I don't care. There better only be 100 questions on this quiz. Otherwise, Quizdos, what are you doing? Who would take a quiz of over 100 questions? Do you like your own space? I'm autistic, so the answer is yes. No, I like to be with my partner. I love having my own space. I have to be in crowds sometimes. I'm going to go with sometimes because sometimes that isolation, it gets to you. It gets to you. We all know the cliche that men like their own space. Sometimes this is inadvertently makes us come across as flaky to women, even when we're not trying to be. I kind of agree with that one. However, having your own space is a hugely important part of being a man. Having downtime either alone or with other men is a rite of passage for these guys. Is everything a rite of passage? It's the second time I've seen it for things that I just seem like a thing. How long do your relationships tend to last? Okay. A few months, as long as work and life allow. A shower, years. Typically my relationships do last years. That is on average true. I don't care about the blurb. Let's just get through this. Can you cook? Sort of. I did work as a line cook, which means I know how to cook maybe like 5 things. And they are grilled cheese, anything in a fryer, omelets, eggs, burgers, and chicken. Now, the problem here is that I'm a vegetarian. Do takeaway count? First of all, that should be, does takeaway count? I can boil an egg. I'm a good cook. Of course, I do most of the cooking. Now, technically, I live alone, so technically, I do most of the cooking. I'm gonna put I can boil an egg, though. That just feels more honest. Do you cook? It's interesting this question would come after the previous question. Is the order random? Absolutely. I'm too busy to cook. I'll go for dinner. Nah. Does ramen count? I'm going to put absolutely because technically it's true. Because I live alone. I have to cook. What would be your ideal date? A picnic on the riverbank, Netflix and chill, a few drinks, then hit the clubs. I'm gonna be real. I've been to like a club like once, and like my understanding was you went to the club to get the drink. I don't know. Romantic candlelit dinner. The honest answer is Netflix and chill. I would do any of these if a lady wanted to do them, but Netflix and chill would be ideal because I hate going out. How often do you wear a suit? Hey, it's Barney from How I Met Your Mother. It's funny that one they don't have to give credit to, much as I can at work if I'm attending a wedding when my sweats need to be washed. I'm gonna put if I'm attending a wedding, even though technically that's kind of a lie, because my formal attire is like a jacket, a dress shirt, and a kilt. So I don't know if that actually counts as a count. Do you know martial arts? Actually, yes. I'm well versed in at least one. To be fair, I don't practice martial arts as much as I used to. I go to the gym more now than I used to. Martial arts is really a group thing. Like it really helps you to be doing that in a group. It's hard to maintain on your own. I don't care what they think about martial arts. Could you survive a month in the jungle? No way. If I had some rum like Jack Sparrow, who would some of these answers, like I read it and I'm like, is some men just stupid? Is that what they're screening for? How hard could it be? 100%. All these answers are dumb. All these answers are dumb. How hard could it be? Like, I don't know what kind of brain rot you would have to answer almost any of these. Here's the problem: is that like I feel like that I could potentially. How long did it say? Survive a month in the jungle. I feel like it's possible that I could, but like I wouldn't say it was 100%. I wouldn't say it was absolutely no chance. So like, which of these would I pick? If I had rum like that, first of all, no. The last time you want to be drunk is in like the jungle. I'm just gonna put no way. It's believable, realistic. Who wrote these questions? You consider yourself an influencer, only on social media, in the area of partying, not really. Of course, I'm an influencer. Now, this one's tricky for me because technically I have a YouTube channel, which means that hypothetically I might be influencing people. The degree to which I am influencing them, I have no real measurement for. But I'm going to put in the area of party because I do know how to party when I can be bothered. Do you own a business? Not a. Of course, I plan to. I don't have time for that. Not yet. I guess I just don't technically have time for that. Owning a business is a lot of work, people. Have you got kids? No way. Yes, of course. And not that I know of. I do have kids. They don't live with me, but I do have kids. I don't understand what the difference is between of course and yes. Is the of course just to imply that you have like a more like traditionalist like conception of that? I don't know what's going on there. Do you want kids? Of course, haven't thought of it. Yes, someday, no way. Why is this question come after do you have kids? I'm gonna put yes someday. So stupid. Could you survive in the wilderness? Didn't we? I mean, I guess a jungle is a harder challenge. Why would you ask this before the jungle? These questions are random, right? The order? For sure, I don't know. Hopefully, I've never been in that situation. I'm sure it'll be no problem. Okay, so first of all, actually, I do feel significantly more confident about just surviving in the wilderness. My parents are hippies, and I was briefly in the Cub Scouts, so I do have some concept of like some survival things, but like, hopefully I'm never in that situation. Seems like it should have been on the jungle question too. I'm going to put I don't know. Honestly, I do feel more confident about it than in the jungle, but still, how do you know? How do you deal with disagreements in a relationship? I run a mile. I assume that means to avoid. I boss the situation. I don't know what that means entirely, but I want to slap this person in the face. I make a joke out of it. Don't do that, guys. I apologize profusely. There has to be a middle ground between some of these. My God. I'm going to put I run a mile. These are all stupid answers. Why is work it out not one of the options? Why is focus on the problem and figure out how to fix it not an issue? Like, what is this? How do you view your personal growth? I'm open to the idea, but not actively looking. I'm resistant to change. I'm always looking to thrive and grow. I'm content with who I am. Now, as an autistic person, I am resistant to change. However, as a person who has had to grow the fuck up, my eye is now turned towards improving myself. So that's just life. That's just life. You gotta, at some point, you gotta wake up. Are you in debt? What does this have to do with being a man? No chance, sometimes, no comment. I used to be. What? There's no just yes? Yes, I'm in debt? What is, I used to, no chance, sometimes, no comment. I used to be? What the, like, there's nothing for honesty? Like, what is this shit? I'm gonna put sometimes, even though it's a lie. I'm in debt now. I'm in debt now, because most people are. You got a credit card, you're probably in some level of debt. Got student loans, you're in some level of debt. It's just some of these questions, I swear to God. Have you been able to achieve work-life balance? I don't know if that's a real thing. I have the perfect balance. I'm focused on party balance. Somewhat. Life is my priority. I'm just gonna put somewhat, because I honestly don't know what the hell to put there. Can you express your emotions positively? When I have positive emotions, I do the best I can. I need to work on this. What's expressing emotions? Ha! Of course, I need to work on this. As most 90% of the time, the answer is yes. But like, sometimes I have trouble processing that shit, and so I need to work on. So like, the 90% of the time where I'm fine is great, but like the 10% of the time where I'm fucking it up, that's what I need to work on. Are you up at the crack of dawn every day? No, Jesus. What? Actually, no, I should put no way. It doesn't matter. Won't let me change it. Don't give a shit. How would you react if you got a woman pregnant unplanned? Well, I've done this, so I do the honorable thing. I'd be delighted. Are you sure it's mine? I'd be mortified. Now, I will say some things I learned is I would want to make sure it was mine. However, I would try to do the honorable thing. I would just do the honorable thing smarter than I previously tried to do the honorable thing. Because last time I tried to do the honorable thing, I didn't do it smart. I thought too much about it being the honorable thing and not enough about how to take care of myself in the situation. So that's life, you know. You gotta roll with it. How do you handle success? Well, if I ever have any, I'll let you know. I'm humble about it. I'm awesome. I like to brag about it. Success is normal for me, so don't make a big deal out of it. I'm humble about it, at least so far. Well, we'll find out if I ever get some success. By the way, you could be part of that success if you like and subscribe and comment, ring that bell, and tell all your friends about this weird guy who's got an accent from nowhere. How do you handle responsibilities at home? My mom takes care of them. I hire someone to take charge of them. I wish. Oh, the privilege of money. I tackle them myself. I leave them. Is there something in between I tackle them myself and I leave them? Because it's a little bit of column A and a lot more of column B. Gonna go with leave them, even though it's not actually accurate. Do you have a grooming schedule? Actually, yes, with some stuff. I do have a grooming schedule with some stuff. I may not always present myself that way. I hate that this, why is it bothering me that this shirt is wrinkly? I don't even pay attention to that normally. Are you well traveled? I like my city. I go abroad for bachelor parties. Such a strange angle. For sure, a little. I've been to Florida, Canada, California, some various other states. The only other country I've been to is Canada. But you know, that's pretty cool. Canada's a nice place. Toronto's a nice city. Clean. Can you speak another language? A little. I can just speak it. I can just about speak American. No chance. I'm fluent in several languages. The answer is actually a little. Although I feel like I'm cheating because the microfraction of German that I learned as a child, or the Japanese, or the microfraction of Japanese I learned studying martial arts, don't exactly give me useful amounts of communication ability. Do you ever get jealous? Yes, sometimes, never, always. I'm just gonna put yes. I don't know what the difference is between yes and always. It's not always. Do you have a lot of friends? I okay, you want to know what the hardest part of being autistic is? Is that I want to say yes to this, but I don't actually have a measurement. Like, it's very hard for me to tell if people feel the same way about me that I feel about them. So this is hard. I have the same friends I did in school. Nope. Yes, but I don't really know most of them. Oh God. Unfortunately I think that's where I'm at. Autism makes that question hard. I'm sorry. Do you play competitive sports? Not since no, not really. I have competed competitively in karate tournaments, but that was a long time ago. All right. All right. I am the sensitive soul. You're a hopeless romantic. Unlikely. I might be a romantic. And a sensitive guy who wears his heart on his sleeves. That's called autism. You're ready to settle down and live a committed life. Did this have a weird number of questions? Because that wasn't 100. When I go through the edit, I'm gonna count. I'm gonna look at what the number of that last one is because I already forgot. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about this quiz. I almost want to scrap the episode and film a whole new one. So my results are not wrong. I feel I am a sensitive soul. I feel that. I feel that, you know. Am I ready to settle down? I don't really have a good conception of what that means. I do know that I would really like to lock in a life partner while I'm still a little bit hot. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Come on, ladies. Take advantage of this body. I well, that was the quiz. What did I learn? The quizzes are dumb. I learned that quizzes are dumb. Quizzes have always been dumb. Quizzes will always be done. Be dumb. Am I a sensitive soul? You know what? Maybe this quiz had me right. I don't feel good about the answer because there were so many questions where I was basically like, I don't feel any of these things. So who knows how those weird answers might have thrown this off. I wish it gave a listing of the other options of what I could have gotten, because I'm going to keep it real with you. I am not taking this again. It was actually absurdly boring for me. I hope you got some entertainment out of it. If you did get some entertainment out of it, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Maybe leave a comment, ding that bell. And if you're listening on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts, well, you can leave a review, I think, or leave a comment. I can't respond to you there, but you can leave a comment. Thank you for tuning in. If you wish to contact the program, you can email me at rubenuncut@gmail.com. Or, like most people choose to, just leave an annoying comment on my YouTube section. It helps me, even if it's stupid. It does engage the algorithm, I'm told. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful whatever, wherever, whoever you are.